If you are trying to protect your aging kidneys and flush out daily toxins naturally, these are the 4 cheap kitchen spices you need to know. Number 1, turmeric. You've probably seen this bright yellow powder sitting in the spice aisle, right? It's practically everywhere these days, and for a very good reason. Over my 10 years of working with patients in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, I've realized something crucial. Our kidneys are basically like the oil filters in your car. They work quietly in the background, filtering about 40 gallons of blood every single day to remove toxins, waste, and extra water. But just like a mechanical filter, they can get bogged down and clogged up, especially by chronic inflammation. That's exactly where turmeric comes in. Turmeric contains a brilliant, highly active compound called curcumin. Now, I promised no complicated medical jargon today, so just think of curcumin as a gentle, natural fire extinguisher for your body. As we age, our bodies naturally experience a bit more wear and tear. Our joints ache a little more, our recovery is a bit slower, and this often leads to silent, low-grade inflammation throughout the body. According to the Mayo Clinic, managing this chronic inflammation is incredibly important for keeping all of your organs functioning smoothly, and that absolutely includes your kidneys. When your kidneys aren't exhausted from fighting off constant inflammation, they can focus entirely on doing their actual job, flushing out the bad stuff. But here is a little secret that I always share with my patients in the clinic, and it's something you won't always read on the back of the spice jar. Turmeric on its own is a bit stubborn. Your body actually has a hard time absorbing it. To really unlock its power, you have to pair it with a tiny pinch of black pepper. The pepper acts like a key, unlocking the turmeric so your bloodstream can actually absorb and use it. You don't need expensive, fancy supplements either. You can buy a basic jar of ground turmeric at the grocery store for a few dollars. Just sprinkle a little turmeric and a dash of black pepper into your morning scrambled eggs, or stir a teaspoon into a warm, comforting bowl of chicken soup. It has a warm, earthy flavor that isn't overpowering. Just be careful. It will stain your countertops and your hands bright yellow if you spill it. I've personally ruined a few good dish towels that way in my own kitchen, believe me. But a little extra scrubbing is entirely worth it for the gentle, natural support it gives your hard-working kidneys. Number 2, ginger. Oh, I absolutely love ginger. It is cheap, it lasts a long time in the crisper drawer of your fridge, and it is an absolute powerhouse for senior wellness. Most of us grew up drinking ginger ale when we had an upset stomach, which, by the way, is usually just carbonated sugar water these days. But real, raw ginger root, or ground ginger powder, does so much more than just settle a queasy tummy. Think about how fresh ginger tastes. It has that sharp, warming zing to it, right? That natural warming effect actually helps promote healthy, robust blood circulation. Your kidneys are essentially made up of millions of microscopic blood vessels. They rely heavily on a strong, steady flow of blood to push toxins out of your system and into your urine. If your circulation is sluggish, your kidneys simply cannot filter effectively. It's like trying to wash a really dirty driveway with a garden hose that has low water pressure. You just can't get the grime off no matter how long you stand there. Ginger is completely loaded with natural antioxidants that help protect those tiny, delicate blood vessels from what we call oxidative stress. Think of oxidative stress like rust slowly building up on a piece of metal. We want to stop that rust before it causes damage. Some of our leading medical resources, including guidelines from the American Heart Association, constantly highlight how crucial good blood circulation and antioxidant-rich foods are for your cardiovascular health, which is directly tied to your kidney health. The heart pumps the blood, and the kidneys clean it. They are best friends, and they rely on each other. My favorite way to recommend ginger to my older patients is incredibly simple. You don't have to cook an elaborate chef-level meal. Just get some fresh ginger root from the produce section. You can peel the tough skin right off using the edge of a metal spoon, which is a fantastic kitchen hack that is so much easier on arthritic hands than trying to use a sharp knife. Slice a few thin pieces, drop them in your favorite mug, and pour boiling water right over them. Let it steep for about 5 to 10 minutes. It makes a beautiful, soothing tea that you can sip in the late afternoon. It warms you up from the inside out and gives your kidneys a gentle, supportive boost to keep things flowing beautifully. Now, I have to take off my friend hat and put my doctor coat back on for a quick second. Please remember that everything we are talking about today is for educational purposes and general wellness practices. These natural spices are wonderful tools, but they do not replace professional medical advice or your prescribed daily medications. Always have a quick, honest chat with your doctor before making any major changes to your diet, especially if you are currently dealing with late-stage kidney issues. And hey, if you are finding this information helpful so far, please take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep bringing you these practical, everyday health tips. All right, let's dive right back in. Number 3, garlic. I know. The breath. My patients always joke with me in the exam room saying, "Dr. Mia, if I eat all this garlic, my grandchildren won't want to hug me anymore." But trust me, your kidneys will absolutely thank you for it. Garlic is one of the most thoroughly researched foods on the planet, and it is an absolute workhorse when it comes to keeping your body clean, resilient, and highly functional. Here is the vital connection you need to understand. One of the absolute biggest enemies of healthy kidneys is high blood pressure. When your blood pressure is too high, the sheer force of the blood flowing through those tiny, delicate filters in your kidneys acts like a high-powered pressure washer on a fragile spider web. Over time, it causes real, irreversible damage. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, frequently reminds us that managing your blood pressure is one of the most critical, non-negotiable steps in preventing kidney decline as we age. Garlic contains a highly active, natural compound that actually helps your blood vessels relax and widen. When your vessels are relaxed, your blood pressure naturally eases up, taking a massive, heavy load off your kidneys. It's like opening up a congested highway from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. The traffic just flows so much better, and there is way less tension and buildup. Plus, garlic is naturally antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. It helps your liver and your kidneys in their natural detoxification processes without stressing them out. But, and this is important, there is a very specific trick to getting the absolute most out of your fresh garlic. You can't just chop it and toss it right into a sizzling hot pan. The instant high heat will actually destroy a lot of the good compounds. Instead, crush or mince your garlic, and then just let it sit there on the cutting board for about 10 minutes before you cook it. That brief waiting period actually activates the healthy compounds, bringing them to life. Toss it into your roasted vegetables, stir it into a hearty beef stew, or blend it into a homemade salad dressing. It costs just pennies a clove, and it offers incredible science-backed support for your entire cardiovascular and renal system. Number 4, cinnamon. This one usually surprises people the most. When we think of cinnamon, we immediately think of the holidays, warm apple pie, or a cozy winter morning. We almost never think of it as a serious everyday health tool, but it truly is, especially for those of us navigating the changes of life after 60. The true magic of cinnamon lies in its unique relationship with your blood sugar. Alongside high blood pressure, high blood sugar is the other major silent threat to your kidneys. When there is too much glucose, or sugar, floating around in your bloodstream, your blood actually becomes thick and sticky. Imagine your poor kidneys trying to filter heavy pancake syrup instead of clear water. It forces them to work intense overtime, and eventually the filters just get exhausted and begin to fail. The National Institutes of Health, the NIH, provides extensive research showing exactly how tightly linked balanced blood sugar is to long-term kidney preservation. A daily dash of cinnamon helps your body manage that blood sugar naturally and gently. It actually makes your cells a little more responsive to insulin, which helps sweep the sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells where it belongs for energy. It is a very gentle, steady process that prevents those massive sugar spikes after a meal. Now, a quick tip for when you are shopping. Try to look for a type called Ceylon cinnamon if you can find it. It is sometimes labeled as true cinnamon. It is much gentler on your liver than the cheaper, more common cassia variety you usually find in bulk bins. Adding cinnamon to your daily routine is quite frankly the easiest thing in the world. It naturally tastes sweet and comforting without adding a single gram of actual sugar to your diet. I personally sprinkle it on my oatmeal every single morning. You can dust it over a slice of whole grain toast with a little almond butter, mix it into a bowl of plain Greek yogurt, or even stir a generous pinch right into your morning coffee grounds before you brew it. It takes away the harsh bitterness of the coffee, helps stabilize your blood sugar for the day, and gives your kidneys a much-needed break from the heavy lifting. It's a tiny, delicious habit that pays off in a huge way over the years. Let's do a quick, simple recap so you can easily remember all of this for your next trip to the grocery store. Turmeric reduces the chronic inflammation that clogs your filters. Just don't forget the tiny pinch of black pepper. Ginger boosts your blood circulation to keep the detox process flowing smoothly and efficiently. Garlic helps relax your blood vessels to protect your fragile kidneys from high-pressure damage. And finally, cinnamon helps balance your blood sugar so your blood doesn't turn into a sticky, hard-to-filter syrup. 4 simple, incredibly cheap, everyday spices that are probably sitting right there in your kitchen cabinet as we speak. I would absolutely love to hear from you now. Which of these 4 spices are you going to try adding to your meals this week? Let me know down in the comments below. I sit down and read as many of them as I possibly can. And if you know a friend, a neighbor, or a family member who could use a little natural, practical boost for their health, please share this video with them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a comment so we can keep learning and growing healthier together. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.